Hey guys, today I really want to talk about the new Trek speed concept. The new speed concept. That's how they say it. They don't just say the new speed concept, they say the new speed concept. So, this bike, first I want to say is a lot of the things I'm going to say are based off of things that I've personally seen from triathletes that I've personally known, and triathlons that I've seen. So if you disagree, that's fine. That's really good. But I'm not like trying to say this is the same thing for everybody, because I know it's not. So yeah, I just want to throw out that disclaimer first. But the bike weighs, I think it's like 19.18 pounds or 8.7 kilograms, and that's for the SLR 9 model in a size medium. So you get sizes small, medium, and large, and extra large. And I really wish that they would have had more sizes. Medium's kind of like a 54, but if you're paying that much money, like the bike's $13,500 US. So I think and it's only available through Project One. So I think if you're going that route, like they should offer all the sizes for everybody, just to make sure everybody gets like the right size that they need. And Trek's normally been pretty good about that, so I'm a little bit disappointed that they're only offering a few sizes. But I do understand it's a very niche market, but for the price I would expect them to offer every single size. The next thing I really want to talk about is it comes with disc brakes this time, and there are a couple problems with that. So the issue is, so my aunt does triathlons, and I'm pretty sure she trains on a separate bike that she races on. So the thing with tri bikes, and this is a little bit sad, this isn't always the case, but this is what I've seen a lot of the time. It's like a second bike. Like a lot of the times they're going to train on like a heavier bike or just like a road bike with some tri bars on it, and they're going to save their really like kind of flashy bike for race day, which makes sense because you want to make sure you train. I mean, I guess it doesn't make like complete sense, because I would think, you'd want to get used to the controls, so you'd like know everything like the back of your hand, like you'd have the same, shifters on your bike. Like, for example, there's this really amazing girl out there. Her name's Maddie Monroe, and she races for Trek Factory Racing, and she does cyclocross mainly, but she trains on the road, and she has an Amonda SL5, but she runs Force etap on it, just like on her cyclocross bike. So you have like the same controls that kind of carry over. So that's why I think it's good and it's bad, because it's not everybody. I think it's really cool if they're just going to train on the same bike. That's probably what I'd do. But a lot of triathletes that are personally known kind of have multiple bikes, and they'll use that bike for race day. And a lot of the reason that people want disc brakes, and one of the reasons this is a good thing, there's someone I was talking to. I said, how often do you use your brakes in a race? And they're like, honestly, not very often. Like most of the time I'm trying to like stay off of the brakes, but he's going to train on that bike constantly. So he said he really likes that he can run the carbon wheels and not have to worry about like the bad conditions, which I think is really good. But if you've ever seen the races in the Tour de France, like you've seen like Tadej Pogacar, on UAE, he's using a rim brake time trial bike, time trial bike or triathlon bike. So I guess that's kind of a bit of my concern, but I guess it could be good, if you're using it and you're like training all the time on this bike, and you're going to be riding in the rain, and you're going to be like that's a good thing. My argument is just for race day, I don't see why you need it. I don't think these people are using their brakes very much based off of what I've seen. And I'll ask my aunt about that, but yeah, I'm pretty sure they're trying to go fast, not stop. In a lot of the race courses, there's a race course that goes around this lake. A lot of it's just right-hand turns, so they're not really on the brakes a lot. But it depends on the race course, so that's a huge part of it. So I guess it's a good thing because of the carbon fiber wheels. The price is, this is an interesting part. So here, I'm going to switch hands. My phone. Yeah, so the price is $13,500 or $499 US, which is, wow. That is I'm pretty sure correct me if I'm wrong, that's the most expensive bike Trek has ever done, because the Madone's $12,500. But all that stuff can vary, I think, based off of what paint you want, because in the Project One, a few of the paint jobs have gone up in price. It depends which one you want, but some of them can cost a bit more. And honestly, like, if you're spending that much money anyways, I think you should just get whatever paint job that you want, and you should make it really cool, and protect it with some frame tape for sure. But they say it's 16 watts faster, but I don't really know what that's measured around. Like, I don't know what speed that's measured. If any of you guys know, definitely leave in the comments down below. As far as I could see, I couldn't see any speed that was measured around. So again, you know, it's a lot to do with the rider. It's a lot to do with, you know, how you're training. Like, you want to make sure you're eating like a really high carbohydrate, no animal products. Ideally, I'd go vegan, no animal products, high carbohydrate, low fat on race day. On race day, you don't want to be eating a lot of fat. You want to get a lot of sleep, hydration. That's what oh, speaking of hydration, I love this. I think the thing I really liked, I hate the way the Specialized Shiv looks, to be honest, but I actually like the look of the Speed concept, the new Speed concept. And what I like is they're able to integrate the water in such a way that it honestly, like, looks really good. And I love how you can access it right from the top, and they have this storage area right in the top where you can put the water, and you can have it in the bottom, and you can take the bottom water bladder out, and they have that kind of thing like on the Domine and the new checkpoint. You can store all of your stuff to fix a flat tire. I love that. Like, that is so awesome. That was a great idea. I'm so happy that they did that. I love all the features that have been put into this bike, and you can get it with the new Durace or the new Ultegra, and you can get it with the SRAM axis red or the SRAM Force axis, and you can get the rival axis as well. But if you're looking to save as much weight as possible, I'd probably stay away from that because of it. But you could honestly put a red cassette on there, and it's going to be pretty similar to the Force weight. So honestly, that could be a good option too. But I love just all the creativeness that's gone into this bike. I love that you can pick whatever Project One color that you want. I love the water solution. Oh, and the what do they call it? Benzo box, and the top where there's like it's like a rubber thing, and you can easily get your Cliff Bars and your dates. Like, imagine how many Medhool dates you could fit in there. Like, I think that is such a great idea, and I wish more companies that make tri bikes would do this. A couple things I forgot to mention. I'm sorry I didn't mention this earlier. I was freezing my butt off out there, and these two things are really important. I forgot to mention them. So the IsoSpeed technology, they actually added that in to the top tube, and they mounted it in a different way to keep the bike in that aerodynamic position, because, you know, the bike, it's kind of hard to do it in the way that you do it on like the Madone or the Domine. But from what I know of the people that extensively use this, like on the Madone, there's one guy I know who's 66 years old. He rides the Madone. He said this is not a gimmick. It actually works very well. So the fact they could integrate that IsoSpeed in there in a different way so that it still dampens it is kind of amazing. But again, I need to ride the bike before I decide if it's good or not. But from what I can see, that's a great idea. And another thing that I really like is they focus a lot on really dialing in the bike fit to get the rider in the most efficient, comfortable for them and aerodynamic position as possible, as you can see in this diagram right here. So that's definitely a huge thing. You see a lot of bikes going with the lightweight integrated bars, but the problem with that is if the position doesn't work, then they're kind of stuck with that. Love the hydration solution, and I need to ride it. I haven't ridden it. The aerodynamics seem to have improved. Aerodynamics are really important on a bike like this. I think probably a little bit more than weight. I usually focus on the weight, but on a bike like this, a lot of the times, you know, the race courses don't even have that many hills. It depends on the race course though, definitely. So what do I think of it? I need to ride it. I think it looks really cool though. I think if you've been holding out and you really want to try a bike, and you didn't get the original speed concept, and you're a fan of the design, and you like the nutrition and the hydration solutions, and the tool storage, I think it's really great. I think it's really creative. I think it's pretty. I like the design. Test ride one if you can. If someone you know gets one, ride theirs first. I always advise people test ride the bike, because like you can think a bike looks really cool, but when you ride it, you're like, man, this feels kind of not what I expected. So definitely. But let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. I'll try my best to answer. Sorry, it's just really cold out here, but I like filming my videos outside because I like nature, and I think the lighting's really good. So thank you guys. I hope you have an amazing day, and stay vegan.